there's now 4 or 5 guys who are doing 52 weeks. It's like, where do I have to go? And there's now 2 guys who are following me now. So it's like set a precedent, and it's like, where do you go after that? So somebody will have to do 150, and then someone will do 200. So it's where does it's where does it stop? Because
but saying that, he's not injury free. I mean, he ended up in hospital several times, so it doesn't. It's
not on this one, not on this challenge.
Well, a couple of times in A&E.
I did 80 miles. I did an 80 mile in 17 hours in -7.
In Richmond, we were in A&E, and you know. Maybe I remember a few things then.
I don't remember. No, I don't remember.
Well, I do.
do I just sort of forget?
Yeah. I think I'm your reminder, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might come be there.
Were you always a runner and that? Or?
Yeah, when I was in the army, but as I was getting iller and iller, I got to the point where I can't get out of bed. So all that sort, all you're eating and all that, so your whole health, your physical health deteriorates. So then you're not eating properly, you're not sleeping properly.
And everything just gets worse. It's like a negative feedback that just gets.
So basically, you have then no energy, no nothing, and you really are struggling to get out to do anything. So I was very, very fit, and then when I left in 2001, I just retired, running sports for the army, and then I didn't run for properly. I mean, competitively, I didn't run for 9 years, 8 years, nearly 9 years, and then literally end of like 2000.
How did you get back into it and find out that it really worked for you?
I just said, you know, time to go off your backside and get out there again. That's the mentality.
So it was you that, it wasn't somebody else saying, come on, do it.
There's nobody really there that's saying that. I mean, the thing is, when you're ill, people tend to leave you. I mean, they're not.
I've done a couple of stories lately of